Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, has cried out in fear and in panic to the government of Canada, particularly the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, to help stop military takeovers, military coup in Africa, particularly the latest of it that happened in Gabon. The military deposed President Ali Bongo, who has taken power in 2009, following his father's 42-year rule since 1964. The country's military officers declared the 64-year-old Bongo, who is not okay health-wise, he suffered stroke, and he will prefer to stick in the powerhouse till he's ready to pass over the baton to his son or daughter. He has been placed under house arrest, but somehow the military did not do a thorough job on him by making sure he has no access to any form of communication. So we probably might call the military a little bit, kind of civil somehow. I'm not encouraging military coup or takeover because military and civilian government are equally corrupt. That is the truth. That is the reality. He was able to release a video asking for those that he has oppressed, asking for friends. Definitely is calling on criminals like himself in other African nations, and also calling on France that has been disabled recently by the coup in Niger. A lot of Africans woke up, Nigerians woke up, and activists woke up. In fact, we saw religious clerics waking up, talking to France, speaking to ECOWAS and whoever it is that could be a pawn to the Western criminal groups. And calling them groups, probably you do not understand. For those who probably have gone through history, you realize that certain groups of people, certain countries gathered together as a group, and they divided Africa among them. This same group of people, they still exist. These countries exist. And France is one of the vicious of them. France will never leave these francophone countries. France will try as much as possible to be friends with neighboring countries that they are criminal groups or part of their group had probably left for a while now. I'm talking about Nigeria. The British criminal monarchy also, they did a lot in Nigeria. But as we can see, you barely find too much influence of the British in Nigeria. But these francophone countries, somehow, they've not been able to grow wings. They've not been able to fly. They've not been able to walk. They are still crawling. And France wants this to remain. And the only way they can make this possible is to leave dictators, rulers like Ali Bongo or the Bongo dynasty, to make sure that resources in these countries like Niger, Gabon, and the rest of them continually are given to them to sustain themselves. Now, following the coup, the country's military officers declared that 64-year-old Bongo had to be placed under house arrest until he signs the same way the ousted out president of Niger did sign. But as I'm kind of looking at this man, he would rather prefer to die than to agree, but he has no option anyway. The takeover occurred after his victory was announced in the August 26, 2023 election that would have extended his family 55-year reign in the Central African nation. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's media aide, Ajuri, said the Nigerian leader and Canada's Trudeau, in a phone conversation, agreed that safeguarding constitutional democratic governance in Africa remained a critical shared objective. The two leaders discussed deepening investment in Nigeria in the subsector of agro-processing and the need for greater support of older democracies in undergirding younger democracies in Africa in the fight against terrorism and poverty. The Nigerian leader encouraged the Canadian leader to facilitate enhanced military cooperation while acknowledging the key contributions that Nigerians continue to make toward Canada's economic development and public sector leadership. His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, also shared views with his Canadian counterpart with respect to the crisis in Niger Republic and the unfolding situation in Gabon. Meanwhile, hours after Bongo ousting, Gabon's senior military officers reportedly convened to deliberate on leadership transition. I think the same happened in Niger. ECOWAS threatened the military in Niger, and they said they are ready to die. They are ready to defend their land. And they also saw support of other countries such as Mali, Senegal, and the rest of them. And in quote, the Wagner group. The Wagner, they are private military that Russia supports or maintains. Nigerians are happy. I'm not saying that military rule is the best. Most of the time, there is abuse of human rights abuses. Cases have been reported in a mass scale. And also, very important, are they going to keep up with the integrity? Are they going to revisit the constitution? Niger military or the committee in charge at this moment said they will run the country for 2 years or 3 years before they hand over to a civilian. But we are not sure if this will happen. So right now, Gabon senior military officers are discussing, deliberating on leadership transition. They have come up with an unanimous agreement. They selected General Bryce Oligua Iguema, the former head of the Presidential Guard, as the country's president. Confined to his residence is Bongo. And like I said, Bongo reached out to those countries that have benefited from the corruption in Gabon. They reached out to France, and they are reaching out to countries such as Ghana. Ghana government, president is also afraid that anything can happen. He knows that anything can happen. He has been, kind of getting some fillers here and there for about 3 years now. Is Ghana going to be the next country that the military will take over? We'll find out. Let's wait and see. What are your thoughts as regards this? Bola Ahmed Tinubu crying out because he knows that even his own time as president of Nigeria can be cut short. Like and share this video, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.